Today's feel-good food is curried lentils with pan-seared cod.
It's a really healthy, low-carb version of a dish that was otherwise inspired by Indian flavours, so it's better than the takeaway and it's rich in protein. We're going to cook off some lentils in shallot, ginger, chilli, a whole load of spices, and then serve that as the bed for some pan-seared cod with a lemon and saffron yoghurt.
Nice.
So loads going on, fancy food, but healthy food.
Cool.
Okay, start with, Ruth, let's go with a shallot.
Okay.
If you can just top, tail, peel and kind of dice that up, nice and small. And Jamie, over this side, we can do the same with garlic and chilli.
Yep.
And I'll do the same with the ginger. We'll put a shot of oil in here, and that's pretty much the only fat that's going into this dish, so you're controlling it right from the start. It's a very lean curry, and it's low carb, because we're going to use the lentils instead of something like rice, which you would often serve a curry with, so that's what we're going for here. But all of your shallots can go in there now, Ruth.
Yeah.
Finish off this chilli.
Nice and fine. And keeping the seeds out. We don't want it too hot, because we're serving it with fish. We don't want to overpower the fish and the nice kind of saffron and lemon yoghurt. If you're not sure how hot the chilies are, just try a little bit.
Yep.
And that will soon tell you how much to put in.
I like
this
that you
one,
let him try it.
This one hasn't got too much heat. We've taken the seeds out, so all the rest can go in.
Chuck it all in.
Now, to add to this, we're going to go in with 4 different spices or flavours. Ground coriander,
Yep.
cumin seeds, curry powder, and tomato puree.
So you can use the seeds whole, because I always thought that you had to ground them down a little bit.
You can grind them down and toast them off, but actually in this one we kind of want those whole little bites of seed as well.
Okay, nice.
Which is quite nice. Next up, if we can put the lentils in.
Yeah. What kind of lentils are these?
These are green lentils. You can also use pui lentils, but basically a lentil will hold its shape a bit more. It won't go turn to mush, like a yellow lentil, what is more like a dal.
Right,
Goes
okay.
almost soupy. This will hold its texture, but for now, all of that into there.
Yeah.
Give that a good stir up, and then because that was only water, we've got a vegetable stock cube that can go in there and be crumbled in. And that's it, really is that simple. Bring it up to a simmer, let it bubble away very gently for about 25 or 30 minutes till those lentils are cooked, and then we can fry off our cod to finish the dish. Next up, we can cook our cod. So 2 beautiful white fish fillets, skin still on. Okay, and Jamie, if you can just put a bit of salt and pepper on each of those.
Yep.
And I've got a pan heating up with just a splash of oil. You can cook it under a grill. A really hot grill will do the same thing, or in a pan is absolutely fine. And then skin side down into our hot pan, and that will just begin to get a nice crispy skin. Cook it for 3 or 4 minutes, then turn it over for another couple, and that should be fine. In the meantime, I'll wash my hands, but Jamie, can you grab the lemon, halve it, and squeeze it into this bowl? Ruth is going to add the yoghurt to.
Oh, this is our dressing?
This is like, yeah, so it's a lemon and saffron yoghurt.
What's your favourite curry, would you say?
I really like spice.
Okay.
So just the hotter the better, but I don't like getting them from takeaways. Takeaway curry just doesn't compare for me now.
No.
After making my own. Yeah.
To add to our yoghurt, so we've got fat-free yoghurt, lemon juice, now some saffron strands. And if you can mix those in, what it will do is kind of draw out an amazing kind of colour.
Oh yeah.
And then some ground cumin as well. So you've got coriander in the lentils, but cumin in our yoghurt.
Lovely.
Salt and pepper, and that's a really nice yoghurt just to dribble over the top of our dish.
Have a taste of that. The lemon just really freshens it up.
Oh, it does as well.
Yeah.
And it acts as the cooling part of the curry. So if you have got lots of spice, that's the cooling part. You might often serve it with a raita or something like that. This is kind of an equivalent.
You can stop eating it now. Tell me if we're going to eat it later.
Turn our fish just to finish cooking on the other side.
Mate.
And then we can plate up. Grab some of this lentil base. Now you can see the consistency of it now. All that water's been evaporated and or absorbed by the lentils. Some of that on there.
It's nice to have a curry without any rice or potatoes.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Sort of heavy, carby stuff.
The beauty of a low-carb dish. Piece of our white fish sat on top. Some of the beautiful yoghurt.
Wow, nicely stirred.
Thank you.
A little bit of fresh coriander. And I think that's a really pretty, really dainty, low-carb dish. Now, the thing is, does it taste as good as it looks?
I hope so.
Make sure you get a bit of fish, bit of lentil.
And a bit of yoghurt.
Oh yeah, it's a whole world of flavour.
There's loads going on, isn't there?
Oh, that's amazing.
For me, this is brilliant because it's actually quite hard. If you do want to reduce your carbs, it's quite hard to find alternatives without having to think really hard about it. But this is actually very easy to do and it's very light.
Beans and lentils are a great alternative.
So this is feel good food because it's low carb, high protein, and curry just tastes good anyway.
Yes.
Cool.
And for more feel good food, make sure you subscribe to Body Talk.
And if you want all the details of this recipe, then head to sortedfood.com.
Nice bit of parmesan on
top.
That is so good.
It's amazing.
So although you've taken out the rice, the flavour's still there, right?
And you've got a similar texture as well. Not too mushy, but with a bit of a bite to it.
I'll tell you what, I think you made the one. It feels really hearty, but also kind of like earthy, which I like. It doesn't feel so stodgy.
You're not going to feel quite as full after this.
Good.
But you get all the same flavours.
I love it. It's delicious.